Bruno, are you sure this is the place?
Yes, here is the place the machine is indicating.
Well, if the machine said it was so, I wasn't gonna argue. How's everything, Bruno?
Oh, everything is tickety-boo. Apart from the fact I have a crazy man trying to kill me.
Are you sure you don't want to come with me?
I think I will be better out here, thank you.
How reliable is that machine? I mean, how many of these Earth power sites have you found with it?
You understand nothing.
It's not about understanding. It's about believing. Hey, that machine sure is a piece of work. Homes in on ancient dust, huh?
You are quite a witty man, I think, Mr. Storbart.
You know, I like to keep things cheery.
I find it very tiresome. Please desist.
Sure. By the way, this place doesn't look right to me.
But the readings are very strong. Maybe you missed something.
It was a large recycling dumpster. I wondered what sort of things the French recycled. The lid had been propped open. The window was latched inside. One of the panes was smashed, leaving a gaping hole. Suddenly, I was very scared of what lay ahead. Aha! The window opened easily. I found myself in a book repository. It was a light switch. Nothing happened. I could see very little in the dark. I needed more light. I hoped to find something useful, but I was out of luck. I couldn't hear anything. Silence. That was either a sign, or there was just no one behind the door. Nope, not that way. No sounds came from behind the door. It was a light switch. There was a box in the way of the switch. The room was just a storeroom. Deep scratches had scarred the floor. The trap door was set flush into the floor. Even with nothing in the way, the trap door was difficult to see. There was a gap between two of the floorboards just big enough for my fingers. Pulling it open must have caused the scratches. A ladder led down into a well-lit passage. It looked like Bruno could be right. It was some kind of ancient boiler. It was like something from a horror movie. I half expected to hear screams coming from inside. There was nothing behind the door, or my ear problem was back. Hey, they got a show. It was some kind of a rehearsal. As a one-time director of the Idaho Players, I was no stranger to the thespian arts.
Where is it? We must have the location.
I tell you, I don't know.
Ah!
Let me do this properly. I know I can break her.
As you wish, Petra.
I'm not scared of you, you bunch of thugs.
Bravo! Ooh!
Senior Cicero, sir. Sorry to bother you.
Yes, what is it now?
We got a little problem downstairs.
Do be precise, Flap. What kind of a problem?
An intruder problem. A guy's getting killed problem.
Just as I was getting comfortable.
Cesaro! This was no rehearsal. And the girl giving the Oscar performance was my old friend Nico.
This is very tiresome. You will stay here, Miss Collard. Don't try anything.
Some hope. What do you think I'm going to do? Ask the audience for help?
Flap, you watch her like a hawk.
Like a hawk, Senior Cicero.
The name is Cesaro. Senor Cesaro. Do try and make an effort, Flap, or I shall have to kill you too.
Whoa! The gangways were dangerous. They'd fallen away in places. It was a long way down. The rope held up the lighting rig. The lighting rig lowered part of the way, but then jammed fast. I hoped this would get his attention. Heads up, buddy. Well, well, well. Nicole Collard, tied to a chair, needing to be rescued. Again.
George! Don't just stand there. Untie me!
You know, this is becoming a habit. Maybe you should seek help. Okay, okay.
Come on! Hurry!
Geez, these knots are tight. Aha! Got it. Seriously, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. And it is good to see you. Your timing's perfect.
It always was.
So, how's Idaho, George?
Same as ever. It's a great vacation state. You ought to visit sometime.
Got any friends who'd put me up?
I could put a word in for you.
You're a real sport. Why the sudden interest in theater?
I'm on the trail of a guy who killed one of my clients. A man called Cesaro.
That's the maniac who captured me.
I know. I was watching from the stalls. Thought you were pretty good, by the way.
Thanks. I wasn't looking forward to the next scene, though.
Yeah. Those guys, they got their own special twist on the word corpse.
So tell me about Cesaro.
Cesaro connects back to the Neo-Templars.
Surprise, surprise. That explains idiot guy over there.
So why are you here?
The blonde. She killed the guy I was due to interview. Tracking her down brought me here.
We're working on the same case. Now that's amazing.
Only if you believe in coincidence. Do you?
No.
Me neither. Come on, George. We can't sit around here all day.
Nico,
Yes, George?
I wonder if you could help me out.
It depends on what you want.
So, Nico, you still a reporter?
Not according to my editor.
Well, what happened? You get fired?
No, I quit first.
So why did the blonde kill the guy you were interviewing?
He was trying to contact me. Said he had information about all this weird meteorological stuff going on. Said the world was going to end.
It was one heck of a shot, but I guess the cleaners wouldn't be too pleased. Seeing Nico again was a strange experience. She was more beautiful than I remembered. Not that I would have dared tell her so. Nice to see someone else with a headache for a change. I knew the guy all right. He used to work for the Grand Master. Flap, they called him. Last time I'd seen him, he was falling from an express train in Scotland. Just too butt-ugly to die, I guess. Flap believed in traveling light, just his IQ and his gun. Me, I just put faith in the old IQ. A dark but very colorful alley scene. Scenic artist. Now that was a nice career. Why hadn't I thought of that? A beautifully painted cloth backdrop. It was a perfect market scene. Fruit stalls and bric-a-brac stalls. It was an old wooden door. No sounds came from behind the door. The drawers in the dresser were empty. They looked as if they'd been emptied years ago. Some kind of play script, in French. This wasn't the time to stop and read. Tucked under the counter was a safe. There was no dust on it. It was still in use. The rotting floor had begun to buckle under the weight. Damn! The safe was locked, but on reflection, that was hardly a surprise. The drawers in the dresser were empty. It was just a wig mannequin. Silence. That was either a sign, or there was just no one behind the door. Wah! Stay away from me! I mean it! What the hell's up with this guy? Don't come in here! Stay away! Ah!
Somebody has put the fear of God into him.
Somebody, or something. And you know what? He's safe in there, and the thing is out here. It was the fuse box for the theater. It looked very old and very dangerous. It looked like a couple of the fuses had blown. There was only one fuse remaining. A very old ladder. Judging by the woodworm, a very dangerous one, too. Trying to use that thing would be suicidal. The support strut was wedged between the floor and the ceiling. It was holding up the floor of the room above. I guessed the strut was supporting the safe in the room above. I guessed the strut was supporting the safe in the room above. The strut wouldn't budge. The friction from the floor was too great. Nico?
Yes, George?
The safe back there has recently been used, and it's locked.
If it's important enough for Cesaro to keep in a safe.
Exactly. I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe. I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe. I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe. It still wouldn't move. The friction from the floor was too great. I needed some sort of lubrication. Silence. That was either a sign, or there was just no one behind the door. Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked.
Oh my God, George! Look at this!
Is that really necessary?
His chest has been just burned away.
I've seen dead bodies before, but this guy's a real award winner.
Ugh!
Ooh, looks like he had chicken for lunch.
Whatever could have caused this, George?
You've never eaten in an English restaurant?
Seriously.
I don't know. I'm a lawyer, not a pathologist. The body had been badly mutilated. Ugh! I can't believe I'm gonna do this. As I searched his pockets, I could swear he was watching me, but someone else had beaten me to it. All I found was an empty card holder. No sounds came from behind the door. Nope, not that way. I'd found a box of theatrical grease paints. The sight transported me back to another day in Paris, a peaceful cafe, and a clown. And boy, did I hate clowns. I stuck my hand into the box and grabbed a stick. Bestheimer's number 7, white. What a lucky guess. I already had a stick of grease paint. The grease paint reminded me of a trip long ago to a costumer. The heat from the old stage light was almost painful. It looked like a disposable cup. It had been crushed. Wow, it was a classic cash register. I remember these from when I was a kid buying candy. Maybe there was some cash still inside. Well, the drawer was jammed, so I guess not. The door probably led to a pantry or a storeroom. It was some kind of old drinks maker. The kind where you had to mix the syrup and the soda yourself. Just two flavors, lemonade and cola. Damn, just my luck, no soda. Dust and Weevils, my favorite theater snack. I couldn't hear anything behind the door. It was locked and wouldn't open. The stage light was hot enough to melt the paint. As the grease paint melted, the smell of burning fat stung my nose. But at least it worked. I hoped the melted grease paint would work as a lubricant. Even with the added grease, I still couldn't shift it on my own. Nico?
Yes, George?
I think the support strut is holding up the safe from underneath.
Well, it was sagging through the floorboards.
Maybe there's more than one way to crack a safe. Hey, Nico? Can you give me a hand here for a second?
Of course, George. What do you want me to do?
Help me pull this strut away from the ceiling.
That's pretty dangerous, George.
Just trust me, okay?
Very well. Oh, God!
That's one way to crack a safe.
You didn't say you were trying to crack my skull, too.
Just the usual slight miscalculation. You know me, Nico.
You wouldn't be you without it.
Nico seemed to be upset that I'd nearly killed her. But heck, look on the bright side. The safe had sprung open when it hit the floor. There were two things inside, a key card and some kind of amazing artifact. It had been hewn from stone. Strange crystals were embedded within it. My God! Nico, look at this!
What is it?
Whatever it is, Cesaro must think it's important. There was nothing left inside the safe. It was a swipe card for a security lock. The oddly shaped artifact was encrusted with blue crystals. Nico?
Yes, George?
So what do you think this thing is?
I have no idea.
Telephone to the spirit world? Want to speak to Elvis?
Tell him I'll call him later.
This thing tingles. It feels great.
Maybe it's an ancient massage machine.
Locked. Maybe from the other side?